Welcome to the underground. If you've been led here today, I feel like I have some messages for you. What we're going to do today is pick 7 pieces, 7 of my sculptures that relate to tarot. I have 79 pieces, 78 traditional and 1 extra piece. Then we'll clarify with some tarot cards and pull an oracle card at the end. Okay, so I'm ready to do your reading, but before we get rolling the dice here, you can see I have a big book in front of us, Spiritual and Abstract Painting. We're going to flip to a page, just see what we come up with, see if it ties in with the cards we wrote, the cards we have later, and my 3D pieces. You can see in the back of me, you can see the phone's going. Got my earbuds. I believe in using all the tools we have to do your readings and to get messages for ourselves. Music's one of them. To me, the phone is like a modern crystal ball. It has a lot of answers we can use as a great tool. So let's see what we get here. I'm just going to flip to a page randomly, see what we get. And then I'll read a little bit. Okay. All right. I'm going to stop here. Let's see what we get. See that big color chart up there? The Key to Meaningful Color by Charles W. Leadbeater. Man, Visible and Invisible. 1902. Visible and invisible. That's what we're into here, right? 3D and the 5D. Let's see. Let me try to find a part that's on camera here. Maybe you'll be able to see it if you're on a big screen or something, or screenshot it and blow it up on your computer. The theophysical heaven that is situated on the mental plane, the thinker feels his or her own inner life to be the real world and the outside world to be an illusion. On this plane, the thinker's creative nature is manifested in a way and to an extent that down here we can hardly realize. This is about something they're writing here about a theory, theosophy. I guess like philosophy, this is theosophy. Theosophy envisioned a new realm of color and form, at first in verbal descriptions and later by means of color illustrations. So it sounds to me like these are seekers. This is for seekers. A different way of looking at things, another tool. And this when abstraction first came on, people didn't understand it, and others were trying to explain it, and they saw a connection to the universe, the higher power. Okay, we'll see if any of this ties in with our reading today. So, let's roll. I'm going to pick 7 pieces. Okay, what can we get for Aries? What can we get for Aries today? What messages can we get? 71. Huh, 9. That's a 9. It's a 9. The third piece is, we'll do it again, 21, go 71 and a 21, 7, couple 7s. I should have noted what page that was before. 41, another 1, 41, 71, 21, 41. 26. What else we got? One more for Aries. Going into February. 29. Okay, be right back with your pieces. Okay, what we have here. I'm pretty excited about it. Just use our eyes at first. I have all your pieces here except for one, the outcome piece. The first three in the front row are the problem pieces. The second row are the solutions. And I'll save the outcome for last and put that in front or something. I don't know. Right now it just won't fit on there nicely, and it's kind of like the giveaway. But if we just use our eyes here, I think we can see some threads already. Of course, you don't know the pieces as well as I do, but this is an awful lot of gold color here. The first two pieces here are pentacles. 3 of pentacles, 6 of pentacles. See a little moon down there? Back here we have a derringer, and that's the Knight of Swords. And this is the other swords piece right here, far right in the bottom. That's the King of Swords. So we got the Knight and the King of Swords. So there's a lot of things to talk about here. Oh, yeah, let me go to the last two pieces. This piece, this is Justice. I gotta move this light. That's better. This is Justice. This is Justice. It's the way the nuns used to serve justice when I was in grade school, Catholic school. It's true they would use a ruler and smack people across the knuckles. It's a Libra. So far we only have one major arcana. When I say so far, I mean we're going to use tarot for clarifying later. Oh yeah, the last piece, I didn't talk about that either. Hard to see back there. It's the only fire piece so far. This guy's had a little problem here. It's a 10 of Wands. The wands are all on top of him. It's a heavy load. How's that going to be the solution piece? Well, I always encourage you to pause this, take a look yourself. After seeing what the pieces are, you might have your own interpretations. With all this gold, all these pentacles, I would say it's something to do with money. There are no cups here. I believe we have everything else. We have fire, we have air with the swords, we have pentacles, earth, Libra, more air, and then we have wands in the back. And I'll tell you, the last piece is also pentacles. One major arcana, and that's about justice. I like justice. I'm a Sagittarius, and justice is important to us. And that's the Libra piece, so that's the scales being balanced. And that's the solution piece. Okay, so we're done. The story's pretty clear. Now we'll take a few minutes and go over them a little closer. I would say the only things here that are a little unclear at this point is why the 10 of Wands in the solution. Other than that, I think it's pretty darn clear. Since it is pretty clear, let's use some apps. See what else we get, because we're looking for messages. I'm not shy. I believe in researching. In fact, an ideal reading for me is where I can go to different books and different sources to get more information. So today, just for fun, let's do the Lenorman app. This is how it works. I forget if this is free or not. If it's not, it's only like $4. So you get this, you shake it. Shake it. So we're going to get you a Lenorman card. We pick one. This is your card of the day. The Mountain. It's a little different system than the typical tarot cards. Okay. When one imagines a mountain, one envisions unmovable form of earth, impeding movement or denying one's adequate space that one needs. One is right to think so, for the mountain card is an impediment, a hurdle that one must need to scale unscathed. It may also mean that you desire something, but there is some sort of delay that you cannot explain. I think this goes with your reading. Let's skip down to love. The mountain card may mean that you're not enjoying your relationship, be it courtship, friendship, or marriage with your partner. Maybe that one of you has refused to be compromising. The last part, work, that I'll read is, this is what I think this is about, this read, because there's no cups, there's no queens, looks like all business to me. Work. The mountain card may mean a snag that suddenly appears unannounced from nowhere at your workplace. It may be in the form of a person or a situation. These forces may work to counter your success or your employment. It may even be that someone is delaying your promotion without any plausible reason. Okay. From what I see in front of us, anybody's going to delay anything, it would be the King of Swords as a problem. It can be a tough character in reverse, downright nasty. Always on the cold side because he's so analytical. That's an air sign, all about using one's mind, intellect. Can also be very cutting with words. But he's a smart businessman, successful, so he could be the boss. And these other two pieces, the other pentacles, are all about work. Three of Pentacles. Now in this case, it's supposed to be, so it's usually a card about building stuff, digging a foundation. That's why I chose a shovel with these three pentacles. About digging a strong foundation. To have a good foundation, you have to dig down deep, put the pillars or the actual block or concrete. Sometimes when you're digging, you find other things there when you do that hard work. But it takes working together to get something done like this. There's a lot of limitations in working alone. Since this is the problem, just like the Lenorman said, there's somebody at work who's not maybe on your side. Doesn't mean anything shady necessarily. It could just mean they're just not as diligent as you are. It could be slowing you down, dragging you down a little. It could also mean you can't rush these things. When you're digging a foundation, it takes time. Pentacles are slow energy, so you have to be dedicated. Then we have the Six of Pentacles with the moon. The moon's all about mystery. Things being in the shadows maybe. Something's not clear. You might not even know what's going on. This could all be being done behind the scenes or out of sight. So the Six of Pentacles, damn, my voice. The Six of Pentacles is about giving and receiving. In this case, seems like something you're supposed to receive by this giver is tainted. Could be they're not willing to help out, or they're just not being truthful. Maybe about your position. Maybe, you're really doing a great job and they're not giving you credit for that. Definitely can be about exerting some kind of domination or control. And that brings us right to the King again. He's definitely a very controlling person. So it appears to me you're doing the work and you're not getting credit for it. It could be somebody behind the scenes either not acknowledging your work or downright holding you back. So then we go to the second row. The Knight is, now this is solution, so this is interesting. Usually the Knight does the work of the King, and these are the same suit, both air signs, both. And the reason I chose a Derringer, that small handgun with a blade sticking out, which there are actually weapons like this, is because the Knight can do the work of the King. The King can send the Knight out to do his work. Sometimes that's dirty work. But we're talking about the solution here. So, could be, first thing I thought of is that this Knight is actually on your side. Works for the King, but you could have an ally. This is a formidable ally, a fighter. I wouldn't mind having the Knight of Swords on my side. Might be a little young and impulsive, but he's definitely somebody that acts, he or she, of course. Pretty clear, this is all about mental, intellectual, strategic. So this person works from their head more than their heart. I'd say this person, you need this person as your ally. They might already be your ally, but if not, you may need to work on that. You might need to work on that. Then we have the Justice piece. We need to work on that, so that you could get justice. Justice is karma. So in a way, hopefully you'll get what you want either way. If you've been doing the work, you've been on the right side of things, karma should work in your behalf. Karma comes in sometimes when there's a problem, and it could be that these people might be working against you, and that's the problem, and karma's going to come to them. On the other side, like I said, if you're doing the work, then your karma will come in the way of benefits. And, justice isn't really about wealth or fame or power. It's more about what's fair. If that's fair, great. It's more about truth, cause and effect. So then we go to your sixth piece, the Ten of Wands. That's my piece, Sagittarius. Definitely fighters. Wands are fast energy, focused fighters. The good news about the 10 is it's pretty much a culmination. So if there has been a problem, if there is a problem, 10 means you're nearing the end or you're at the end, just about ready to move forward. And after that comes an ace. The ace is a new beginning, fresh start, and change is always good. In the end, it's always good. That's been the case in my life, that's for sure. Not that there's not bumps along the way, and oftentimes you don't feel like change is right because it comes in a way that's not real pretty. But, this means you've been through a lot. You had to sacrifice to get to this point. The reason there's 10 wands on top of this guy is because he's carrying a heavy load. He or she's carrying a very heavy load at this point. That could be you. Could be tired of all this stuff, kind of beaten down by it even. But it means we have to persevere, move ahead, deal with this burden. The wand itself, I think of the wand as all kind of things, like a stick to fight off. I just read this thing about dogs attacking people when they weren't on leashes. I read that because I was, confronted by 3 very scary dogs out in the middle of the woods. None of them were on leashes. So that caught my eye, read it, and it wasn't a great outcome. People got hurt, another dog got hurt, but nobody died, thank God. It's a real story. And people learn lessons from that. And the thing about wands is that wand actually is probably what saved the dogs, had to beat the dog off. So it could be a weapon, it could be for defense, doesn't have to be attacking. And you always, I always think of magic wands, of course, the magician. We are talking about tarot here. So if 10 wands, you'll get another spark from that last wand, or there's always a heat that comes off these wands. This is fire. It's like the embers, right? It might be all covered up, fire, like a campfire or something. But those embers can keep burning. They could start a new fire. That's what we have here. So we are talking about our foundations with the pentacles. Some strategy going on with these air signs. Moving towards justice. And that, I think you're in the final throes of this whole thing. And the reason I say that too is I have the proof. Let me grab your 10th piece. Ta-da! The 10 of Pentacles. Yes, sir. Let me move this one back. I think this will fit. How are we going to do this? So we have 2 10s here. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. This is your outcome piece. I'm trying to get the light over here. So the 10 of Pentacles, I think it's a great piece to end with. We'll still get a couple cards here, but I'm not even sure we need them. I don't know what we need to clarify. We'll think about it. Anyway, 10 of Pentacles, we're talking about money or things in our life that are tangible. Money, house, family, car, all those things, our possessions, 10 of Pentacles is the end of the long journey too, just like the 10 of Wands. But this means that you have already received a lot of blessings in the physical world. Could be in the form of money, could be in the form of possessions again, And it means we need to remember to be grateful for those things. But beyond that, that pentacles aren't the only thing that matters in life. It takes a lot of hard work to get 10 pentacles to reach the height. The house, happy home, happy house. That's usually what this is. The dogs, the kids running around. But we need balance in life. The one thing not in this spread is cups. So to me, that might suggest, took a lot of work to get this, but maybe you sacrifice something else. You got to be careful. What good are tangible things like money and a house if nobody's in that house? If you don't have anybody to share it with, there's no love in that house. I'm not saying that's, for you. Could be for some people. People who do well in finance and sometimes are out of balance. It takes a lot of time and effort, hours, long hours, missed vacations and all that to get to the 10 of Pentacles. But that's not the way to live. Time goes by too fast. This can also be about the family and, a duty to family. And that takes work, just like making money. Hopefully you're working hard for others. And this can even be about working to build a legacy, which goes beyond your lifetime and helps your future generations of your family. So let's see, should we clarify? I don't know. I'd like to see a cup in here somewhere. Yeah, let's get a couple cards. I just shuffled. There's no room. The bottom of the deck right there. Oh, very interesting. The bottom of the deck was Strength, Leo piece, more fire, and then this is when I split the deck. I saw the three of Pentacles again. Three's right here. It's kind of like clarification. I like this reading. It's pretty clear. Fire's here. You're here. Your sign is here. That's always good. And you have all the elements except cups. All right. Try to get a popper, flyer, something like that. See. Wait. Let's see. What are we going to clarify though? I think we need to clarify all these pentacles. Wait, what would be the problem? What's the problem? Let's see what the king is all about here. So that could represent a real person. All right, we got one. Oh my God. That was quick. It was a devil. The devil popped out just like that. Wow. Check this devil card out. Check this devil card out. This is the Mystical Tarot. I really like these. They're traditional. There's always a little twist to it. Look at that face around the groin area there. That's pretty crazy shit, right? The horns almost look like branches of a tree, and there's a pentacle right on his head. So I think it's very clear. This is about being obsessed with pentacles. Too much emphasis on pentacles. We're chained to that. These people, their backs are turned to us. Looks like a tower in the back. The sky's ablaze with fire. A lot of red. Yeah, there's a snake back there. Okay, scary shit. I don't think we need to clarify anything else. We're going to get a Moonology card here. We'll see what Moonology has to tell us. Maybe we'll get some clarification or something else. Tie this whole thing up. thinking in the back of my head here, like, what's that all about, being obsessed with work? Too many hours could be too much work. On the other hand, it could be not enough work. Things could be slow, and that could get us in our heads for sure. Just going to shuffle twice. I just saw a win-win outcome is forecast. That's come up quite a few times, so I'm definitely trying to bury it so it doesn't come up unless it really wants to. I seem to get the same, say, 5 or 6 cards out of Moonology all the time, but they're great, so I'm not complaining. There's no reverses. Get one. Gonna get a flyer here, popper for Aries. What does Aries need to know? Then I'll read out of the book. Comes with a great little book. One card. Oh, there we go. No, too many. Too many. All right. Got one. Surrender to the divine. So you have the devil here, and then it's saying surrender to the divine. So to move away from that darkness into the light is what I would guess. This is the full moon. I'm going to look it up in the book and read. All right. The camera stopped, so I hope this is picking up at the right time. Okay. The very word climax brings all sorts of ideas and images to mind. Agreed? But it really is the feeling of this card. Life is coming to a head, a point, a conclusion, or turning point. There may be some kind of change and possibly even some sort of emotional explosion. So we're talking about a climax, turning point, etc. We have 2 10s here, and we have justice. So tune into your emotions now and see what they're telling you. They're very likely close to the surface, no matter when the moon cycle you've pulled this card. Matters will soon conclude, and you'll find out whether or not your wishes are going to come true. The odds are in your favor, as this is a positive card, but you may need to work harder than usual to keep cool as events unfold. Attuned to the moon. I'm getting the answers I need. That's about the divine. We have to listen, though. Look at the signs, messages. You're here, look for messages today. You know, songs, clouds, dreams. Dreams are a big thing. I just got clarity from a dream. It was like so straightforward. It's amazing, really. Additional meanings for this card. A wish you made may be about to come true. It's make or break time. There could be a sense of madness in the air. Breathe deep and stay calm. That's about grounding ourselves. Breathing deep, stay calm. You have a lot of pentacles here. You may need to forgive someone to release negative energy. That's a big one. Seems like a lot of people have a problem with that. Your fire can be stubborn, and there's a lot of air in here. If you have an air sign you're dealing with, that could be a bad combo when it comes to being stubborn. Both sides, maybe. Okay, it's time to let go of the past and move on. It's time to let go of the past and move on. That's all about the 10s here. And justice. I think it's been a very clear reading. We should thank Spirit for helping us out here today. Hope you got something you could use from this. Might not be the whole reading beginning to end, but I think we should be looking for messages, and we have to parse those messages, put them together with other messages, and come up with our next, our plan of action. Thanks for coming. This is a new channel, so please remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Love y'all.